The Canadiens dump it down. Wesley goes back for a touch-up. Thought for a moment it was icing, but Dennis Morel is going to call a penalty just 17 seconds into the first period. But knocked away by Chelios. Bumped around out of Prop. Really wiped up along the boards by Ludwig.
And you know, Brian Prop has not been afraid to take the hit, but one guy that's gone after him has been Craig Ludwig. There on the left of your screen, he went for him up high again. Remember Game 4 in Montreal? Ludwig took a penalty trying to take Prop's head off. He was called. It could have been a call. But watch Chelios come in right here. Oh, geez, he caught him up high with the stick in the face. I thought he'd slashed him.
Is Chelios gone?
When Carpenter hits Chelios, but watch Neely, number 8. What happens to him? He went off the ice hurt. Oh, the stick came up. Bobby Carpenter's stick came up and hit Neely as Carpenter was taking out Chelios. Take a look at it right here. Galley came across. Whoa, he just kept his momentum going, didn't he? Right into the boards. And it really was. I mean, Morel called it tight very early. There, Peterson went at Lemieux.
Icing called against the Bruins. Is down to touch is Chelios, and then running in was Hawgood. Got a little bit of a brush by Waugh, but play is stopped. Corson eyeing Lyndon Byers for a moment. Puck to the back to Don Sweeney. Angles it for Carpenter. Centering pass off his skate. Loose puck jammed to Carpenter, and a shot blocked off by Waugh. Around the boards now for Galley. Punch one in front. Carpenter shot. Another shot by Carter. And Waugh got that one, and then Carter winds up on him. Somersaults across him.
I think Carter got hurt going over him. I know one guy that's hurt. Bobby Gould was in front jockeying for position. The price tag now is so high. There is a price for space usually in the NHL. When the playoffs start, the price gets higher. And when you get to a situation like we have here, the price is astronomical. You pay physically, you pay emotionally. Bobby Carpenter started it with a dump in front, and then Bobby Gould was trying to get position to get the puck. He got cross-checked from behind by Peter Svoboda. That's what sent him down. Carter was hurt too. Well, that's how Carter got hurt. That Bobby Carpenter shot, big slap shot, never got to Patrick Waugh. Got Carter right in the back.
Face-off, puck picked up by Chelios, shoveled off the glass. Wesley ties up with Keane. Oh, what a hit by Keane on Neely. We welcome those of you who have been watching the game at Madison Square Garden in New York between the Rangers and Washington Capitals. Stanley Cup action in your area. Moog stops this one. Checked off by Lemieux. Puck right along for Peterson. Tries back for looking. Takes some lumber, but hands it off to Svoboda. Plenty of time for the Canadiens on the power play. Svoboda able to work it along. Pawed right down by Peter. Our director,
well,
what will he show us first?
Dave Poulin's obviously back. Patrick Waugh came out to race to the puck, and he got it. But then he ended up flat on his back. And you know what? He kept trying to reach for it instead of getting up and going back to his net. Now he's trying to make it back. Look at the Canadiens in front. All five skaters.
Janney flips it on the wing for Prop. Hatchets a shot, and that easily grabbed and held by Patrick Waugh. Little more after the whistle. The point men stay out so they can keep that face-off there. 9:54 to go in the third period. The score remains 1-1. Tugging. One little short left. But Dennis Morel has not shown any sign of calling any penalties yet. At this point, he wants to try to keep everyone in the game if at all possible. Chelios and Brian Prop are eye to eye.
Now Morel is saying, okay, boys, break it up, or I'll give you something extra. Well, Brian Prop standing his ground against Chris Chelios. Chelios has given Prop a rough ride every chance he has gotten in this series. And remember last year when Brian Prop was in a Philadelphia uniform, Chris Chelios took him out in Montreal in the playoffs. Looked like he could have ended his career. Smashed his head into one.
On two. Puck across to Smith, and he shoots one. Oh, and it wound up right underneath the mask, it appeared, of Moog, and then a big cluster of players gather as that one ricocheted. And when we lost, 90 seconds separating these teams from sudden death overtime. A denial by Ludwig. Chelios dumps it off. Arriving is Wesley. Had trouble controlling but held it. Along for Brian Propp. Feathered back to him by Janney. Tries it back for Janney. What a shot! And then a rebound. And Propp didn't get that one. Galley shot. He scores! 24 shots, and he's gotten 23. If it stays that way, that's enough for a victory and an elimination of the team that has been just awful to Boston over history. Puck to the back to Chelios. Flips one in front, and Lemieux couldn't collect. It's back off to Neely. Moving ahead, the net yawns open 4x6.
Some have already started the celebration here. You know, the Montreal Canadiens won the face-off the way they wanted to. They got it to Chelios the way they wanted to, and they almost got it to Claude Lemieux in front the way they had planned. And Ray Bourque made his best defensive play of this series to take the puck away from Claude Lemieux. Otherwise, Montreal had perfectly executed their 15-second hurry-up game plan.
But boy, it's been a hard time getting it there for both teams tonight. We'll listen to him call it. Celebration at one end, consolation at the other. And then they meet for handshakes. Let's all enjoy one of hockey's prouder moments after a hard-fought series together. Final score in the game. Bruins 3, Canadiens 1. The Bruins 4, Canadiens 1 in the series.